right, all right, all right. Hello, this is Queen Jamila here to do the Taurus reading for This Is a Little About You. Now, what's interesting about this reading is that this is going to be for whoever is on your mind at the moment, whoever is relevant, whoever is important to you right now. All of these readings are not all the way, accurate for everybody. These are general readings. These readings are meant for who they are meant to resonate with, truly resonate. So you might want to go look at your rising or your moon sign if you get kind of an off answer, because that Aries reading was terrible. It was terrible. And so, yeah, so you guys could possibly learn lessons from the Aries reading as well. Yeah, so I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to get in here. All right, we're going to get started in a minute here. By the way, guys, if you guys are looking for a personal private reading, the link to my website is below. All right, let's get started. I'm a little nervous about this one because my Venus is in Taurus. So if you have a Taurus Venus, this may be something that you need to look at. It just depends on who you're thinking about right now. Or this is a love reading, but this is like a general reading of how they feel about you. All right, I get my incense lit. Right here I am, y'all. I like this filter. Hit that thumbs up, Tauruses. All right, let's get started. We're going to use the Witch's Tarot deck for this reading today. Spirit guides, ancestors. How do they feel about Taurus? Whoever Taurus is focused on, maybe in love with. How do they feel about Taurus? So this is somebody that you could be in love with, but after that Aries reading, I was like, my goodness, that was just terrible. Don't let your past life determine all of your present life. Goodness, that was terrible. Okay, let's see. Hopefully you guys, this is better. Okay. I knew that it would be. Oh, thank God. Well, this one is a little bit better, but I'm going to tell you something as far as the outcome that I'm seeing. I'm not necessarily liking it. It just depends on, I feel like it depends on maybe possible choices that you're making because the lovers come up. Okay. So you guys got the 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So this person does have a lot of respect and admiration for you. I feel like if this is somebody that you're in love with, they want a family with you. Thank you, Alicia. They want a family with you. They, whoever this is, they want a monogamous relationship with you, Taurus. But there seems to be a third party that's in the mix here somehow. The Ten of Swords and the Sun card comes up. So this is either your mother or that person's mother. And this is really, really deep. King of Pentacles and the Lovers. So there's a choice that is being made. There's definitely some deception here. The Seven of Swords comes up, and then Four of Swords. And then the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, they seem to be having a debate. These two queens are having a debate. Some energy seem to have gotten transmuted for a lot of you Tauruses. So that's why these two queens seem to be debating. And then the Eight of Cups comes up. So Eight of Cups can really, in a love reading, it can either be negative or positive. There seems to be some synchronicity. The Lover's card does tell me that there's some synchronicity. You can tell that whoever this is somebody that you're romantically involved with, that you're thinking about, Taurus. And I do feel as though this person does want something with you. They don't know if they can trust you, though. Okay, there's a trust. There seems to be a trust issue in the relationship on both sides. You need to reevaluate your own life and take a really close look at what you're doing. And I feel like walking away from those negative emotions is going to be one of the best things that you guys can do. You need to walk away from those negative emotions. The Lovers can also represent some other lover, either fire or earth, that has had a significant effect over your frame of mind and your mindset. Okay, let me flip the camera over because this is getting deep. So a lot of you are battling with your head and your heart when it comes to this person, is what I can tell. I feel like there needs to be a decision that is made regarding this person. Hit the thumbs up, guys, while you're at it when you come in. But you need to have a clear head and a clear heart to make these decisions. I feel like you got hurt in the past. There's been possible trauma growing up that has affected your ability to make sense of all of it. So if you can come to grips with that trauma that you suffered as a child and growing up, then you'll be able to figure things out. Yep, that's what I'm seeing. You could end up being with this person. I do feel as though this person does love you because the Lovers comes up. But it might be what they were exposed to, how they think. And then also it could be what you've been exposed to and how you think. But whatever it is, I feel like the Eight of Cups is saying to follow your heart. Okay. The Eight of Cups comes up. Spirits, give me some clarity on what the Queen of Cups is saying. Okay, so the Strength card comes up. And I feel like what Queen of Cups is saying is that if you truly love that person, you need to work on yourself because there's something that has to do with yourself. This person does seem to be a mirror of you. It's like they are a reflection. And I can definitely sense that they are a twin flame. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gotten the twins. Why is the views going down? This, I guess y'all can't handle it. Y'all like, I can't handle it. Spirits, clarify the Lovers. Okay, see, the Five of Wands comes up. So I feel as though there's a lot of negative energy involving this person. But again, I was actually just talking about this earlier with somebody else. Jealousy is a demon. And I was actually banishing the jealousy demon away from me today. Seriously. So you got some demons that are connected to you and they feel like curses. This relationship that we're talking about right now is extremely heartbreaking for you. The Three of Swords comes up. It's extremely heartbreaking for you. It's brought you a lot of heartache as well as a lot of headache. Okay. Thank you, Alice. I was feeling that. I already know I can feel it. I already know that I'm right about what I'm talking about and that whoever this reading is meant to reach deep is going to have a better understanding. But I mean, I don't think that this person is like an enemy of yours, but more so something that you could possibly work out if you love that person enough. Because when you think about it, if it's a twin flame or a soulmate connection, whatever it is that you want to call it, it had to have been a scenario or a situation that you were involved in a previous life. And the Lovers tells me that also because the Lovers represents the past and the future, or either the past and the present, or either the present and the future. So that card within itself, even though it wasn't the Judgment card, and then also you can tell that even if it is a karmic lover or a twin flame, obviously whatever reality they lived in this lifetime has altered the reality. So I don't have any doubt in my mind that this person loves you and thinks the world of you. It's just that they have their own problems and issues. So they may be sort of like up and down a little bit in the connection. And y'all better than me because I'll do spiritual work. I will. Especially if stuff ain't aligning up the way that it should. Mm-hmm. You know what the Strength card is representing in you guys' reading, Taurus, is for you to fight for what you love and to fight for the person that you love, is what Spirit is telling me. And yeah, you do need to separate from them for a little while. Because sometimes when you separate from somebody, it'll bring about the change that you need. Because I know Tauruses have a really, really hard time separating, even if it's for a little while. They're feeling, all sorts of type of ways because you guys have a tendency to love hard and very deep. So, and the reason why I know this is I do have a better understanding because I am a Taurus Venus. So, but let's clarify this Seven of Swords. Give me some clarity on the Seven of Swords. The devil turned over. The devil turned over. Y'all got to watch that devil because the devil can turn all of your relationships into shit. So whenever the devil comes up, you need to, uncross yourself, cleanse yourself, something. Remove a hex, possibly. Or maybe even remove it from your mind. Mm-hmm. This is getting extremely deep. What was the next card? The Eight of Pentacles. Clarify this Ten of Swords. Right. So there is like bloodline curses that you're dealing with as well. I don't know why people feel so helpless to bloodline curses. I'm one of them type of people to where I'll remove a curse and be unbothered by it. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Sweets Jensen. This coffee is delicious. I mean, okay, so if you're in love with somebody and you desire to be with them, you can remove bloodline hexes from your lover. You can do that. You can remove them. Hmm. And you can also turn the situation around and make it, for the positive. Because I feel like there's a lot of misunderstandings in which the devil card does bring up misunderstandings and things that you possibly need to think about a little more deeper and maybe try to decode it, um, as to why it's happening in this relationship with whoever you're dealing with. Because I will tell you that the devil will flip stuff around for you. It'll, instead of it being the where it's supposed to be, it'll be flipped upside down and everything will be backwards. And so I don't feel that you should have this negative association with this person. It should definitely be more positive. And this is either with an air sign, water sign, or definitely another earth sign. Definitely another earth sign that you guys could be dealing with. Okay. Oh, also fire. But I can see these two spirit guides that seem to be speaking to each other. And it just seems to me that there is also a battle of the ancestors. So this could be for those of you who are dating outside of your race or either gay or bisexual, just to let you guys know. Okay. Mm-hmm. Which is why the devil card comes up too. All right. But that's for some people. I feel like for the most part, there's a love relationship between a masculine and a feminine. There's a lot of love between the two, but there's so much going on that nobody's actually living in the correct reality. And nobody actually really has control over their own lives. And some of you may even have kids by this person that I'm talking about. Yeah. So I can see a separation period between you and this person so that you guys can work out the issue. I do see that coming up. And I feel like it really depends on what you choose because some of you could choose another lover and then years later this comes back up and then maybe years later you'll run into them. You'll work the situation out, but that doesn't mean that you have to be with them. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that. I feel like a lot of you have a choice, but I still feel like it is a very, very close knit relationship where you're drawn to each other. Okay? It just depends on the choices that you make because everybody got choices. Hey, River Queen. Pleasure to have you. Yeah, I was drinking something else earlier and I said, let me wake my butt up so that I can come on here and do some readings. This is good. This is that French roast Folgers. Wish I had some donuts. So, I mean, all signs in this reading to me is pointing to somebody that you could have a future with, but it would more so depend on when. I know that for me, I've seen people sit there and like wait 10 years and they don't touch nobody else and they don't do anything else. I don't really see it as I don't really see it as being over for too long when it is. I feel like the energies are going to draw you back together. Just depends on your age. People that are in their 40s and 30s might be a little bit quicker to do things. There's not too many people that are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s that's going to sit around too long and ponder a situation. It's either you are here or you're not because, I have a life to live. Okay, if you're in your 20s, yeah, and I think even that's a mistake. But it just depends on what is meant to be for you. This is really, really deep though, because I feel like it is one of those love stories where it's like, we're possibly meant to be together, like those meant to be lovers. But, I also have to err against caution with those kinds of relationships because, you know, I don't know. These kind of relationships can either have a positive to negative effect on you to where you'll have regret, to where something can touch you so deeply that you'll feel this constant oppression for years and years and years, as indicated by the devil card. So you have to be very cautious, and everybody has their own demons. So I do feel like it's a relationship that is meant to be, but it's like that demonic energy is what keeps you separate. And so if you could deal with that demonic energy, which, I feel like it could be anything, it could be jealousy, it could be rage, it could just be general misunderstanding, ignorance. But I feel like, you would have to clear out those energies and then see what would happen. And then if your heart follows you back to that person and the circumstance follows you back to that person, then it's meant to be. So, okay. Whoever this is for, you're welcome, Sweets Jensen. Anyway, guys, that's you guys' reading. Hit that thumbs up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. If you guys need to reach me, the link to my website is below. And I do also offer rituals for people. Okay, so you can get a consultation off of my website. All right. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.